And with that sobering number in the pandemic, Oregon reaching an all-time high right now with 1,000 people hospitalized right at this moment with COVID.
It's a number that has been sharply rising over the last month. It's by far the most COVID patients Oregon hospitals have had at one time. Health officials say the overwhelming majority of them are unvaccinated. So they're once again pleading with people to get the vaccine. And if you won't listen to them, maybe you'll listen to Rick Fielder and his wife. Rick just got out of a Medford hospital after spending a month there suffering from the effects of COVID.
While in the hospital, I had COVID, I had pneumonia, and 2 heart attacks, all caused by COVID.
It's unfortunate there are so many people that distrust our government and feel that they're being pushed into this, and I was one of them. And it's here, it's real, and it needs to be dealt with.
Rick is now waiting to get vaccinated once he's medically cleared. His wife is already vaccinated. And we're continuing our coverage along the front lines of COVID. We have had exclusive access to ICUs across the state, and we have another special report tomorrow at 6:30. Look for these stories online and on YouTube. We'll also bring them to you here on Sunrise.
Well, for many students, school starts next Wednesday for Portland Public Schools and next Tuesday for many private schools. And while there is a ton of excitement for in-person learning again, there's also a lot of apprehension. Christine Pitawanich reports.
Before we know it, school in Portland will be back in session and in person.
I do get it. I get it. Kids love to be together. They love to be with their teachers. We love to be with them. I do understand that. But unfortunately, I think this is a bigger issue. We're talking about the health of these students.
Stephanie Adele is an elementary school librarian in the district. She's glad about the district's mandate that all employees must get the vaccine, but she doesn't think that's enough. Adele is hoping the district considers starting the year remotely or in a hybrid model.
I'm actually vaccinated. I'm not concerned about myself. I'm concerned about these younger children. And I feel like the Delta variant is spreading quickly.
Right now, children under 12 can't get the vaccine. Adele says it's impossible to know which families are and aren't vaccinated, and she's worried about the number of kids in a classroom.
We're just trying to do the best we can, but we're putting kids in classes that have 25 to 32 kids in elementary. That's way too many children, and the spaces are very small. So I guess if the district could figure out a way to have less kids, even if we all went back, maybe that would be more helpful.
Portland Public says students will be 3 feet apart in all classrooms, which follows state guidance. Meantime, in Beaverton, City Councilor Nadia Hassan wrote an open letter to the Beaverton School District. She asked leaders there to delay the return to in-person school until we pass the Delta peak. Hassan went on to say, "I know that I am not alone in my fear of school reopening, despite knowing how much it's needed." Adele feels similarly.
I just feel like it's a wildfire waiting to happen, and I don't see why our kids should be caught in the crossfire.
We reached out to the Beaverton School District, and a spokesperson says the district is following all state guidance. It's planning to move forward with full-time in-person learning starting September 8th. The district is directing anyone interested to its online learning option. A Portland Public spokesperson says the district is relying on Multnomah County health guidance as well as other safety precautions. It plans to have vaccine clinics as the year begins. Christine Pitawanich, KGW News.
Students and staff at Oregon's 3 largest universities will be required to show proof of vaccination. The University of Oregon just launched a vaccine dashboard that shows how many students and staff have completed their vaccination reports. A school spokesperson says 52% of students have reported their vaccination status. Of that number, more than 96% have been fully vaccinated. Oregon State is about to launch a similar system and is already reporting large numbers of students getting vaccinated.
Of that total, of that 19,504, 94% have provided proof that they are fully vaccinated.
Portland State University is also planning to launch something similar within the next week.
All right, let's get to some of your morning headlines now. We now know the name of the firefighter killed while battling a wildfire in Lane County. 56-year-old Frumencio Ruiz Carapia was from Medford. He was part of the crew battling the Gales fire when he was hit by a falling tree. Carapia was a firefighter for 20 years. The The Gales fire is part of the Middle Fork complex, which contains many fires in the Willamette National Forest. All right, starting September 5th, the Oregon Employment Department will once again require a waiting week before you can officially apply for unemployment benefits. That timing goes back to Oregon's original operating procedures and means it's the end of federal unemployment programs. They expire September 4th. The OED says this could impact about 11,000 Oregonians who plan to file an initial claim or those who are currently getting benefits and will lose that pandemic assistance. The Olympia Airport will soon become a wildfire base for crews fighting fires in western Washington. They'll have a helicopter, 2 fire bosses, and a turboprop tanker on standby for any fires reported west of the Cascades. The planes are under contract to the state of Washington and are shared with other states, but Washington has the first call. And those are your morning headlines.
A 6-year-old boy is safe after police say a woman armed with a machete tried to kidnap him in Old Town. This happened Sunday afternoon near Southwest 3rd and Burnside. Police arrested the woman you see here in this video. That's 37-year-old Elizabeth Zurcher Wood. You can see she's holding a machete. Police also tell us she had an axe. Court documents show the woman has a history of mental health struggles. Shanae Grant took this video moments after she says Zurcher Wood tried to grab her friend Alex's son while threatening them with a machete. The group was waiting in line for pizza when all this happened.
At that point, Alex kind of threw her pizza. Just get away from me, my son. This is my child. It's not your child. And at that point, she pulled out the machete, yelled some racial slurs. Run, inward, run. I'm going to kill you guys, get my son back.
Wow, last month, police say a woman visiting from out of town was chased down and stabbed by another woman who'd been camping in Old Town. That happened in the middle of the day as well. In this latest case, Shanae and her friend were visiting Portland from Tacoma. She says the incident won't keep them from coming back, but she adds they probably won't bring the kids next time.
Yeah, that is scary. Okay, before we get to Raw, you got to check this out. A pair of osprey fledglings are recovering after falling out of their nest in Powell Butte. That's over in Central Oregon. Bend-based nonprofit Think Wild is caring for them. They say the birds are about 2 months old. They somehow got tied together with a piece of rope used to tie up hay bales, and it required surgery to remove. They think the mother bird had used the piece of rope in her nest and the babies got tangled in it.
Fortunately, the rescuer did let us know that the mother is still at the original nest. And so we are really hoping that we'll be able to rehab and release these fledgling osprey and reunite them with their mother before she were to migrate south for the winter.
Oh, that is a good hope. Rescuers say pick up after yourself. Don't leave trash or twine behind to prevent injuries like this in the future.